Hello friends, in last lecture we started the miscellaneous exercise, so we'll continue with the same. So very first question that I am taking from page number 105. Okay, page 105, question number 4th, its first one. Question number 4th is its first one. We have to simplify. Question number 4th, simplify. In this first one, okay, it is 3 root 147, 3 root 147 minus 7 upon 3 minus 7 upon 3 root over 1 upon 3 plus 7 root over 1 upon 3 root over 1 upon 3. So we have to simplify this. So we solved this type of sum in our last lecture as well. See, here denominator is irrational, so the very first thing we have to make it rational. Another thing, this 147 is not in the simplified form, because definitely it is divisible by 3, so it is quite possible that we can make it more simplified. For that we need to find its factor. So first of all, let us find the factor of this. Okay, 3 into 49, and 49 is the square root of square of 7. So here I do write 3 multiplied by 49, root over 3 multiplied by 49 minus 7 upon 3 root 3. Okay, root 1 is 1 and this plus 7 upon root 3. Now we'll make these two denominators rational, as well as we can simplify over here. So 3 into 7 root 3 minus 7 upon 3 root 3 multiplied by root 3 upon root 3 plus 7 upon root 3 multiplied by root 3 upon root 3. Okay, so now this will become 21 root 3, and here I do get, see, 3 root 3 into root 3 is 3, so I'll get 7 root 3 upon 9. This root 3 multiplied by root 3 is 3, 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and the numerator 7 root 3. Over here I do get 7 root 3 upon 3. Now we can say all are like terms. So now there are two ways to simplify it. For the first, I can take root 3 common, and then I'll add whatever is the left. So that be little bit easier. So when I take root 3 common, so here I'll get 21 minus 7 upon 9 plus 7 upon 3. So here I have to take LCM of the denominators 1, 9 and 3, and when I take LCM of 1, 9 and 3, I do get 9. So here I do write, therefore root 3 multiplied by, okay, here LCM will be 9, so 9 into 21, 189 minus 7 plus 21. Okay, so here I do get root 3 into, now 189 plus 21, or I can write 189 plus 14 upon 9. Okay, so my final answer is going to be 203 root 3, 203 root 3 upon 9. This is my final answer. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now we will see the next question, that is for the same question we will see the second one. Okay, simplify from same page number, same question number 4, its second part. 60 root 1 upon 6, 60 root 1 upon 6 plus 3 root 54 plus 3 root 54 minus 12 root 1 upon 24. Okay, so in the same way we'll try to simplify this. First of all, here we can see root 6 is there, so definitely we have to make it rationalize. Here root 54, so we'll try to make it more simpler. Similarly root 24, so we'll try to make it more simplified. So here I do write 60 upon root 6 plus 3 into, now 54 is 9 into 6 minus 12 upon root 24, and root 24 is 6 into 4. Okay, I wrote 54 in such a, see I can write 27 multiplied by 2 as well, but I wrote in such a way that at least one number is a complete square. Similarly here root 24 can be written as 8 into 3 or 12 into 2, but I wrote 6 into 4 because 4 is a complete square. But if you are not able to understand this directly, then do find the factors. That means directly find the square root of 24 by prime factorization method. So here 60 upon root 6. Now it's time to rationalize this denominator. So I do multiply it by root 6 in the numerator and denominator. Over here this root 9 will be 3 and I will left with root 6. Similarly over here minus 12 upon 2 root 6. Root 4 is 2 and root 6 as it is. So here I'll get 60 root 6 upon 6 plus 9 root 6 minus 6 upon root 6. Okay, 2 6 are 12, so 6 upon root 6. Now here cancel this, so here I do get 10 root 6. Okay, 9 root 6 remains as it is, and over here again I need to rationalize the denominator. So for that I will multiply the numerator and the denominator by root 6. Okay, so here 10 root 6, then plus 9 root 6, and over here see 6 root 6 upon 6. Numerator becomes 6 root 6 and denominator becomes 6. Root 6 multiplied by root 6 is 6. So I can cancel this as well. So here I do get this 10 plus 9, 19 root 6 minus root 6. So my final answer is 18 root 6. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll come to the next question. Okay, now next we will see question number 10th. From same page number, next question we'll see, that is question number 10th. Okay, question number 10th, its second one, or its first one, x raised to minus 2 by 3, y raised to minus 1 by 2. X raised to minus 2 by 3, y raised to minus 1 by 2. Okay, x raised to minus 2 by 3, y raised to minus 1 by 2 raised to 2. See, this is not a difficult question, but I took it because I taken this because this is the I think first question in which we have variables over here with the powers. So let us see how to solve this. Definitely, see here this was a law, x into y raised to m is equal to x raised to m y raised to m. So using that I can write x raised to minus 2 by 3 raised to 2 multiplied by y raised to minus 1 by 2 raised to 2. Okay, so now here I can apply the power law. So x raised to minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 2 into y raised to minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 2. So this will become x raised to minus 4 by 3 into y raised to minus 1. So we always keep our final answer in terms of positive indices. So here I can write 1 upon x raised to 4 by 3 into y. So this will be my final answer. Or one thing more can be done, or I should say one or more steps more can be added. See, here I have 1 upon x raised to 4 by 3. So here I can write 3 plus 1 by 3 into y. So further this will become 1 upon x raised to 3 by 3. Okay, x raised to 3 upon 3 into x raised to 1 upon 3 into x raised to 1 upon 3 multiplied by y. Okay, so this gives me 1 upon x multiplied by x raised to 1 by 3 multiplied by y, and finally I can write my answer in this way: x, y and cube root of x. Okay, so this is the final answer. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next we will see its second one. That means from the same page number, question number 10th, its second. Okay, question is root x raised to minus 2 by 3, root x raised to minus 2 by 3 into y raised to into root of y raised to 4 divided by root over xy raised to x, y raised to minus 1 by 2. Okay, x raised to minus 2 by 3, y raised to 4, root y raised to 4 divided by x y raised to minus 1 by 2. So let us see how to simplify this. So here I can write x raised to 1 by 2 raised to minus 2 by 3, y raised to 4 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, whenever root sign is there, we do write in this way. Now over here, x y raised to minus 1 by 2 raised to 1 by 2. So first step what I did, I wrote all the terms in the form of exponents. Now over here I do apply the power law. So x raised to 1 by 2 multiplied by minus 2 by 3, y raised to 4 raised to 1 by 2 divided by here x raised to 1 by 2 into y raised to minus 1 by 2 raised to 1 by 2. So this 2 and 2 will cancel out. Here I do get x raised to minus 1 upon 3. Okay, 2 and 2 will cancel out. So x raised to minus 1 upon 3 multiplied by y raised to 2. Okay, y raised to 2 divided by x raised to 1 by 2 into y raised to minus 1 upon 4. So now this term divided by this term, or it's better if I write in this way. This is minus 1 by 3 into y square upon x raised to 1 by 2 into y raised to minus 1 by 4. Now I'll apply the quotient law in over here, that means with x as well as with y. So here I do write x raised to minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, okay, multiplied by y raised to 2 plus 1 by 4. Okay, so over here it will become x raised to, see, LCM will be 6, so minus 2 minus 3 multiplied by y raised to, LCM will be 4, so 8 plus 1. So here I do get x raised to minus 5 upon 6 multiplied by y raised to 9 upon 4. Okay, as we never leave our answer in negative exponent, so here I do write y raised to 9 by 4 upon x raised to 5 by 6. So this is my final answer. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next we will see question number 11, its first part. Question number 11th, its first part. Okay, here we have to prove, but you may get this question that simplify this, so I am taking in that way only. simplify. Rather than proving, it's better to try to get the simplified form. So it is square root of 3 multiplied by, it is square root of 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 3 divided by cube root of 3 raised to minus 1 root 5 multiplied by sixth root of 3 multiplied by 5 raised to 4. 3 multiplied by 5 raised to 4. Okay, square root of 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 3. Here it is minus 3 divided by cube root of 3 raised to minus 1 root 5 multiplied by sixth root of 3 multiplied by 5 raised to 4. So let us see how to solve this. Okay, so before I start give you the solution of this, there is one change in the question. There is a bracket over here which is not given in the book, so make it this. That means first two terms are in division and the result we have to multiply with the third one. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. See, this is 3 into 5 raised to minus 3 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, raised to 1 by 2 divided by 3 raised to minus 1 into 5 raised to 1 by 2 raised to 1 by 3. This whole is in multiplication with 3 into 5 raised to 4 raised to 1 by 6. Okay, so over here I do get 3 raised to 1 by 2 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 3 by 2. And as this term is division, I am writing in this manner. Okay, this is 3 raised to minus 1 by 3 into 5 raised to 1 by 6. Power to power, so I applied that thing directly. Multiplied by 3 raised to 1 by 6 multiplied by 5 raised to 4 by 6. Okay, now over here I can take these two terms because they have same base. So 3 raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 6 multiplied by 3 raised to 1 by 6 into 5 raised to 2 by 3. Okay, so here 4 by 6, so I wrote 2 by 3. So if I solve this, however, I can take this exponent over here and then I can solve directly. Okay, and that is definitely going to save my time, so I will do that 1 by 2, this 1 by 3, and then I will take this 1 by 6 as well over here. 5 raised to minus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 6 plus 2 by 3. So this type of question, whenever you get, you have to simply take the bases separately and then we have to calculate the powers. So here 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. So let me solve this separately for you. Here LCM will be 6. So 2 3s are 6. So here will be 3. 3 2s are 6. So here it will be 2 and 1. That is 6 by 6. So here I'll get 3 raised to 3 plus 2 plus 1 upon 6 multiplied by 5 raised to. Now if I solve this separately, this is minus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 6 plus 2 by 3. Again here LCM will be 6. 2 3s are, so minus 9, 6, so minus 1 plus 4. So minus 9 minus 1 plus 4. 5 raised to minus 9 minus 1 plus 4 upon 6. So here I do get 3 raised to 6 upon 6 multiplied by 5 raised to, see, minus 9 minus 1 minus 10, minus 10 plus 4 minus 6. So minus 6 upon 6. So ultimately here I will get 3 raised to 1 into 5 raised to minus 1. That is 3 upon 5. So this is the final answer. Okay, so and if you see the book, in the question it is given, prove that this is equal to 3 by 5. Then please make sure that here there is a bracket. Okay, please note it down properly. Okay, now next we will see question number 12th, its second part. Question is, definitely we have to prove, but here again I will take as simplified. 2 raised to 1 by 2, 2 raised to 1 by 2 multiplied by 3 raised to 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 raised to 1 by 4 whole divided by 10 raised to minus 1 by 5, 10 raised to minus 1 by 5 into 5 raised to 3 by 5. Okay, 10 raised to minus 1 by 5, 5 raised to 3 by 5 divided by 3 raised to 4 by 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 7 by 5, 5 raised to minus 7 by 5 divided by 4 raised to minus 3 by 5, 4 raised to minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 6. Okay, so we have to simplify this. Okay, so how to start, how to proceed? See, here base is 2, base is 3, but here base is not 2, base is 4. Okay, so if I talk about the prime numbers, we have base of 2, we have base of 3. Okay, so this can be converted in the base of 2. Okay, now over here this is 10. We do not have any other term having base 10, but this can be converted into 2 and 5. That means base of 2, base of 5. So actually we have to convert all the terms having a base as a prime number, either 2, 3, 5, 7, whatever. Okay, so this is the very first strategy, that if the terms already having the base 2, 3 or 5, we'll take it as it is, we'll write them as it is, and if they do not have the base as 2, 3 and 5, we'll convert them in that form. So this 2 raised to 1 by 2, I keep it as it is. 3 raised to 1 by 3. Here 2 square raised to 1 by 4. Okay, divided by 5 raised to 10 raised to minus 1 by 5. So I can write 2 into 5 raised to minus 1 upon 5, and this 5 raised to 3 upon 5 as it is. Now over here I can do one thing. There is a division sign, so I can reciprocate this by changing the sign. So instead of division sign, actually I have to take the multiplication sign. Okay, so let us do that. So here I do write 4 raised to minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 6 in the numerator, and 3 raised to 4 by 3 raised to 4 upon 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 7 upon 5 in the denominator. Okay, I am interchange the sign. At the place of division I took multiplication, and therefore I will reciprocate this. Whatever is in the denominator I do write in the numerator, and whatever is in the numerator I write in the denominator. So mine 3 raised to 4 by 3, 5 raised to minus 7 by 5. Now this 2 raised to 1 by 2 remains as it is, multiplied by 3 raised to 1 by 3 remains as it is. Over here 2 raised to 2 into 1 by 4 divided by 2 raised to minus 1 by 5 into 5 raised to minus 1 by 5 into 5 raised to 3 by 5 multiplied by. Now over here this is 4, so again I can write it in the form of 2. So 2 square raised to minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1. 6 I wrote as 2 into 3. Now this 3 raised to 4 by 3 into 5 raised to minus 7 upon 5. So here I can say all terms now over here have the base either 2 or 3 or 5 or 7. That means a prime number. So 2 raised to 1 by 2 into 3 raised to 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 raised to, if I cancel this, 2 to the 4, so 2 raised to 1 by 2 again multiplied by here 2 raised to minus 6 by 5, 2 raised to minus 6 upon 5 multiplied by 2 raised to 1, 3 raised to 1 divided by 2 raised to minus 1 by 2 raised to minus 1 by 5, 2 raised to minus 1 upon 5 into 5 raised to minus 1 upon 5, 5 raised to minus 1 upon 5 multiplied by 5 raised to 3 by 5 multiplied by 3 raised to 4 by 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 7 upon 5. Okay, so now over here all the terms having either base 2 or the base 3 or the base 5. So now I'll apply the power law, now I'll apply the product law. So two things can be done, that first I simplify the numerator, then I simplify the denominator, or I can do in this way that I take the powers of 2 first. So 2 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, I do write all the terms in this way, 2 raised to 1 by 2, then again 2 raised to 1 by 2 this, then 2 raised to minus 6 by 5, then 2 raised to 1. Whatever terms having base 2 from the numerator I wrote all together. Then I will see if there is any term having base 2 in the denominator as well. Yes. So when it comes in the numerator, it will become 2 raised to 1 by 5. So here I took all the terms containing base 2. Okay, so this now I'll take the terms having base 3. So here I can write now 3 raised to 1 by 3 into 3 raised to 1. From the numerator there are only two terms having base 3, 3 raised to 1 by 3 and 3 raised to 1. From the denominator, yes, there is one term, so here I do write 3 raised to 4 by 3. Okay, so here I took all the terms having base 2 and having base 3 over here, multiplied by. Now I'll go for the powers of 5, or I can do one thing, let the powers of 5 be in the denominator itself, because all are in the denominator only. That is 5 raised to minus 1 by 5 into 5 raised to 3 by 5 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 7 by 5. Okay, there are only 3 terms having base 5 and all 3 are in the denominator, so I wrote them as it is. Now I'll apply the product law. So here, see, some things can be done directly without actually applying the power law. See, this is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So this will become 1. So actually I can write 2 raised to 1. This is already 2 raised to 1. That is 2. Now minus 6 by 5 plus 1 by 5. That is minus 5 by 5. That is minus 1. So here I can write 2 raised to minus 1. So this is going to save my time. Okay, so I am writing here 2 raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Then 2 raised to minus 6 by 5 plus 1 by 5. Then 2 raised to 1 as it is. Again over here I do write 3 raised to 1 as it is. Now 3 raised to 1 by 3 plus 4 by 3. Okay, 3 raised to 1 by 3, 3 raised to 4 by 3. 3 raised to 4 by 3, 3 raised to 4 by 3. Okay. Now next over here, minus 1 by 5 plus 3 by 5. So here I can write 5 raised to minus 1 plus 3 minus 7 upon 5 directly. Okay, so note it down up to this point, then I will give you the remaining 2 steps. Okay, here it should be minus 4 by 3. Okay, because this 3 raised to 4 by 3, when come in the numerator, this will become minus 4 by 3. So here it will become minus 4 by 3. Okay. Okay. So further I'm solving over here. Okay, now 2 raised to 1 by 2, 2 raised plus 1 by 2, that is 2 raised to 2 by 2. Okay, so here I can write 2 raised to 2 by 2. And or if you want to add one more step, this will become 2 raised to 1 plus 1 by 2 into 2 raised to minus 6 plus 1 upon 5 into 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1 minus 4 by 3, 1 minus 4 by 3 whole divided by in the denominator we have 5 raised to minus 5 upon 5. Okay, minus 1 minus 7 is minus 8, minus 8 plus 3, that is minus 5 upon 5. So here next I will get 2 raised to 2 by 2, that is 1. Okay, multiplied by 2 raised to minus 6 plus 1, that is minus 5, minus 5 by 5 is minus 1 into 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1 into 3 raised to, see, 1 minus 4 is minus 3, minus 3 upon 3 is minus 1. Divided by 5 raised to minus 1. Now over here 2 raised to 1 minus 1 plus 1 multiplied by 3 raised to 1 minus 1 multiplied by 5 raised to 1. I took this in the numerator. So this is 2 raised to 1 minus 1 plus 1 cancel out into 3 raised to 0 into 5 raised to 1. So this will become 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 5. So finally my answer is 10. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see question number 13th, its second part. Question number 13th, its second part. Again we have to evaluate or simplify. Second one, 2 raised to n plus 2 raised to n minus 1 plus 2 raised to n minus 1 whole divided by 2 raised to n plus 1, 2 raised to n plus 1 minus 2 raised to n. Okay, according to question we have to prove this is equal to 3 by 2, but here I will give you the solution. Suppose you will get this question and simplify or evaluate or find a numeric value, then how you have to do. So very first step, see, if you observe carefully, we have 2 raised to n over here. Definitely here 2 raised to n minus 1, but 2 raised to n minus 1 can be written as 2 raised to n multiplied by 2 raised to minus 1, or 2 raised to n minus 1 can be written as 2 raised to n upon 2 raised to 1 if you apply the quotient law. That means 2 raised to n is there. Similarly, we have 2 raised to n over here. Similarly, we have 2 raised to n over here. So first of all, we'll separate these 2 raised to n from the numerator and the denominator. That means from each and every term of the given expression. So here I do write 2 raised to n plus 2 raised to n into 2 raised to minus 1 divided by 2 raised to n into 2 raised to 1 minus 2 raised to n. Okay, now 2 raised to n can be taken common from the numerator. If I take this common, I left with 1 plus 2 raised to minus 1 divided by, again if I take 2 raised to n common, here I will get 2 raised to 1 minus 1. Now this will cancel out. Now whatever is left are the numbers only. Okay, so here I do write 1 plus 1 by 2, 2 raised to minus 1, that is 1 by 2, divided by, okay, divided by, we have 2 minus 1. So in the numerator 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1 divided by 2 and upon 1. So this will become 3 by 2. That's it. So this is the final answer. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next we will see question number question number 15th, its first part. Question number 15th, its first part. Next we will see this. Okay, over there you have to prove that. Question is 3 raised to minus 3 multiplied by 3 raised to minus 3 multiplied by 6 square multiplied by root 98 divided by whole divided by 5 square multiplied by 5 square multiplied by cube root of 1 upon 25 cube root of 1 upon multiplied by 15 raised to minus 4 by 3 multiplied by 3 raised to 1 by 3. Okay, 3 raised to minus 3 multiplied by 6 square multiplied by root 98 upon 5 square multiplied by cube root of 1 upon 25, 15 raised to minus 4 by 3 multiplied by 3 raised to 1 by 3. So again I can, this question can be asked in the form of simplify or evaluate. Okay, here in your book it is given we have to prove. So, but I will solve this in this term only. That means suppose simple this expression is given to you and you have to simplify this. So let us see how to solve this. Again the same method, we'll try to write all the terms whatever are in the numerator or in the denominator first in the form of exponent. Another thing, we'll try to make the bases as a prime numbers. So 3 raised to minus 3, it is already in that form, so we'll take it as it is. Now 6 is actually 2 multiplied by 3, so square as it is. Now root 98, we'll check whether it, see, I know it is possible to simplify, but you have to check always by finding the prime factorization. So here, if you find the prime factors of 98, you'll get, okay, only one term, so 49 is a complete square. So here I do write 2 multiplied by 49 root, and in the denominator 5 raised to 2, so I'll keep it as it is. Now this is 1 upon 25 and its cube root. So first of all, I do write this, I take cube root as it is, okay, and over here instead of 1 upon 25, I do write 1 upon 5 square. Okay, then over here 3 into 5, 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 4 by 3. Okay, if you observe, I am trying to write each and every term as a base of a prime number. Okay, so 3 raised to 1 by 3. Now next step, this remains as it is, 3 raised to minus 3. Over here I can write 2 square into 3 cube. Sorry, 2 square into 3 square. Okay, now over here I'll take 7 outside this root sign and 2 raised to 1 by 2. Root 2 will remain over here, and that can be written as 2 raised to 1 by 2. So over here I can say in the numerator all the terms I wrote as a base of a prime number. Okay, now we'll see the denominator. 5 square, this will be as it is. Now here I can write cube root of 5 raised to minus 2. Okay, or if I apply two things all together, okay, let it be like that only, 5 raised to minus 2. Okay, I can write this 5 raised to minus 2 raised to 1 by 3. Okay, this 1 upon 5 square is 5 raised to minus 2, and this cube root is 1 upon 3. Over here this is 3 raised to minus 4 by 3 into 5 raised to minus 4 by 3 into 3 raised to 1 by 3. Okay, now all terms in the numerator and denominator are in the form of having base as the prime number. Now we'll separate them, that means we'll take the terms having base 2, having base 3, having base 5, and so on. So over here I have 2 square multiplied by 2 raised to 1 by 2. 2 square, then 2 raised to 1 by 2. There isn't any term having base 2 in the denominator, so this is over. Now 3 raised to minus 3, 3 raised to 2. Okay, and now we'll see, is there, yes, these two terms having base 3 are in the denominator. So I do write 3 raised to 4 by 3 as it is minus 4 by 3. So when it come in the numerator, this will become 4 by 3, and this minus 1 by 3. 3 raised to minus 1 by 3. Okay, and here I do write 7. Okay, this 7. Now terms having base 5 are already only in the denominator, so I will take them as it is. So here 5 square multiplied by 5 raised to minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 4 by 3. Okay, now I'll simplify these terms. So first I will take the powers of 2. So it is 4, see, 2 squares I do write 4 directly, and 2 raised to 1 by 2. So right now I am writing it root 2. Okay, because even though if I add the powers, what it will become? See, if I apply the law or laws of exponent, if I apply the product law, so this will become 4 plus 1 by 2, that means this will become 5 by 2, and then again I do write this 2 raised to 4 plus 1 by 2. So ultimately this is going to be this only. So let it be like that only. Okay, now if I talk about the powers of 3. So again, definitely I can add all of them together. But if you observe, this minus 3 plus 2 can be simplified little bit easier. Similarly, 4 by 3 minus 1 by 3 again can be simplified little bit easier. So here I do write 3 raised to minus 3 plus 2 multiplied by 3 raised to 4 by 3 minus 1 by 3 multiplied by 7. And in the denominator, again, see, again I can add the powers all together, but I won't do this. Why? Because by doing so I will waste my time. Here this is minus 2 by 3 minus 4 by 3 can be added easily. So 5 raised to minus 2 by 3 minus 4 by 3. Now in the numerator it is 4 root 2 multiplied by 3 raised to minus 1, okay, into 3 raised to 4 minus 1 by 3, 4 minus 1 by 3 into 7. And in the denominator we have 5 square into 5 raised to minus 2 minus 4 by 3. Here 4 root 2 into 3 raised to minus 1 multiplied by, see, 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 by 3 is 1. So here I do get 3 raised to 1 multiplied by 7. And in the denominator this is 5 square multiplied by minus 2 minus 4, that is minus 6. Minus 6 by 3 is minus 2. 5 raised to minus 2. So this is almost done. Okay, now over here I have 4 root 2 into 3 raised to minus 1 plus 1 multiplied by 7 divided by 5 raised to 2 minus 2. So here I do get 4 root 2 into 3 raised to 0 into 7 upon 5 raised to 0. That means here I do get 4 root 2 into 1 into 7 upon 1. So ultimately my answer is 28 root 2. This is my final answer. So please note it down. Okay, so please note down the homework for this lecture. Okay, so this is all about this lecture as well as this chapter. Now from next lecture we'll start new chapter. Till then, bye. Thank you.